Why Papa Roach's live energy is legendary. What's the difference between a good rock show and a legendary one? It's not just the music, and it's not just the lights. It's that feeling in the air that anything could happen. It's the moment the line between the stage and the crowd completely disappears, and thousands of strangers become one giant, screaming, sweating organism. Some bands play a concert. Other bands start a riot. For nearly 3 decades, Papa Roach has been perfecting the art of the latter. They've built a reputation not just on nu metal anthems, but on a live show so raw and unpredictable it feels like it could collapse into glorious chaos at any second. We've all been to that show, the one where the band just phones it in, going through the motions under boring lights. It's a quiet reminder of the fear that maybe rock and roll is getting a little too safe. But then there's the antidote. A band that still plays every single show like it's their last night on Earth. Here, we're breaking down the chaotic genius of Papa Roach's live shows to understand how frontman Jacoby Shaddix turns a regular concert into an unforgettable spectacle. This isn't just random energy, it's a finely tuned machine. We're going to explore the 3 key things that make their live show a masterclass in chaos. The frontman as a weapon, the art of breaking the fourth wall, and the set list as an emotional story. The art of controlled chaos. The first thing you feel at a Papa Roach show is the pure physicality of it. It's this incredible illusion of danger. From the moment the lights go down, there's an atmosphere of high-stakes intensity. On recent tours, shows don't just start, they detonate. 1 minute it's dark, the next, the band explodes onto the stage with a full-on sensory assault of sound and lights, a clear signal that this is not a passive experience. At the center of this storm is Jacoby Shaddix, a frontman who treats the entire venue as his personal playground. While many singers are glued to their mic stand, Shaddix is a blur of tattoos and kinetic energy, seemingly allergic to standing still. This isn't a new thing. Early in their career, his reckless stage antics at festivals like Ozfest, where he once incited a riot and got arrested, cemented a reputation for danger-fueled intensity from the very beginning. That same energy is still there decades later. On a typical night during recent tours, by the 4th song, To Be Loved, Shaddix is often already off the stage and in the crowd. But he doesn't just visit the mosh pit. He makes a beeline for the seated sections, climbing over barriers and walking through aisles, getting right in the faces of fans who thought they were safely in the stands. He'll venture deep into the venue, turning a massive arena into an intimate, chaotic free-for-all. This creates an electric tension. It tells everyone in the room that no one is just a spectator. The walls crumble because the chaos isn't just on stage. When the frontman might literally end up in your lap at any second, you're not just watching a show, you're part of it. It speaks to that deep desire for an authentic, unfiltered rock experience. It's not a choreographed performance. It's like watching a wild animal let loose in a room. And that feeling, that the show is teetering on the edge of falling apart, is what makes it so thrilling. The master of crowd connection. But it's not all chaos. A legendary performance needs a heart. And this is where Papa Roach turns a rock show into something that feels more like a ritual. Jacoby Shaddix has an almost supernatural ability to connect with his audience, breaking the barrier between rock star and fan with surprising intimacy. If the physicality creates tension, the crowd work creates the release. Shaddix doesn't just perform for the crowd, he performs with them. He makes giant, impersonal venues feel like sweat-soaked clubs where everyone feels seen. He'll pull fans on stage, make direct eye contact with people in the back, and lead sing-alongs that feel less like a concert and more like a group therapy session. Tour videos are full of these moments. Shaddix deep in the crowd, handing the mic to a fan to scream a chorus, making the show a truly shared experience. And this isn't some gimmick. It's core to who they are as a band. For years, Shaddix has been incredibly open about his struggles with sobriety and mental health. That vulnerability is woven right into the show. On recent tours, after an aggressive block of songs, the show pauses for a video on suicide prevention. Shaddix then speaks earnestly about his own journey before leading into a powerful performance of Leave a Light On, Talk Away the Dark, asking the crowd to light up the arena with their phones. In that moment, the rock venue becomes a sanctuary. The release is tangible. It turns a collective shout into a moment of shared understanding and support. This deliberate shift in tone is a masterstroke. It shows a deep understanding of the audience and a recognition that many fans connect to the music on a personal level. Shaddix calls the audience family, and actions like these prove it's not just talk. This mix of high-octane aggression and raw vulnerability is what builds such a loyal fan base. One minute he's starting a mosh pit. The next, he's creating a space for thousands to feel less alone. It's this duality that forges a connection few frontmen can match, a bond built on shared humanity. The setlist as a story. Finally, let's talk about the setlist. A legendary live band knows a concert isn't just a playlist, it's a story. It needs careful pacing, an energy that pulls you in and doesn't let you go. Papa Roach are masters of this. They don't just hit you with 90 minutes of pure aggression, they take you on a roller coaster. A typical set list on recent tours shows how it's done. They'll open with an explosive track to get the blood pumping, then immediately slam into classics like Blood Brothers and Dead Cell to get the old-school fans fired up. This first burst of adrenaline is designed to get the whole room moving. But after that peak, they strategically drop in moments that let the audience breathe without ever losing momentum. This is where their creativity really shines. They often weave in unexpected covers and mashups, both as a nod to their influences and a way to keep the show feeling fresh. They've been known to drop an instrumental of Tupac's California Love, or famously mash up their hit Forever with the outro of Linkin Park's In the End, creating a powerful tribute that resonates with the crowd. But the most talked about moment in their recent shows is the Nu Metal Time Machine medley. Shaddix leads the band through a rapid-fire run of iconic riffs from their peers, including Korn's Blind, Limp Bizkit's Break Stuff, and System of a Down's Chop Suey. This isn't just a cover set. It's a joyous celebration of an entire era of music, a nostalgic tip of the hat to the scene that birthed them. It's a moment of pure fun that unites everyone in the building. And then, after all the chaos, the intimacy, and the nostalgia, they bring out their ultimate weapon, Last Resort. Placing this genre-defining anthem at the very end is a calculated move. After taking the audience on this whole journey, they bring it all home with the one song everyone has been waiting for. The result is a massive explosion of cathartic energy. The entire venue comes unglued as thousands scream every word, a final unifying release that perfectly sums up the Papa Roach experience. It's not just a great setlist, it's expert storytelling. So, what makes Papa Roach's live energy legendary? It isn't just one thing. It's a perfect storm of calculated chaos, real connection, and masterful storytelling. It's the relentless physicality of a frontman who refuses to be contained by a stage. It's the raw vulnerability that tears down the wall between the band and their family. And it's the expert pacing of a setlist that takes the audience on a journey through fury and reflection. Papa Roach's live show isn't just noise. It's an experience designed to leave every single person feeling like they were part of something real, something raw, something legendary. They prove that rock music, at its best, should feel a little dangerous, deeply emotional, and relentlessly, unapologetically alive. What's the most incredible thing you've ever seen at a Papa Roach show? Share your story in the comments below.